Welcome to Blitz. I'm Brian Carter here at Tallulah Falls School. I've got a pair of the Star Lady Indians with me, senior Allie Dalton, senior setter, and junior hitter Sarah Jennings. Girls, thank you so much for being willing to get in front of the camera and talk about the volleyball season a little bit.
Of course.
So Allie, we'll start with you as a senior. This is the 7th straight year that TFS has made the postseason. Quite an accomplishment. Not many programs have been able to say they've made it 7 years in a row. What does that mean to be able to accomplish that feat once again for you and for this program?
I think it means that our team, every year we have pushed to lengthen that streak, the record. And I know for me, I've worked really hard every year trying to help my team accomplish that streak. And for the team, I know we all work together and we love to go through every year and know that we lengthen the streak.
Yeah, and I think for seniors especially, it's like a sigh of relief knowing every class feels that pressure to keep that streak alive, and you got to make it your 4 years, making sure you got there. So you can kind of take a deep breath, you know. So Sarah, for you, talk about this team has been a lot of fun to watch this year. It really doesn't matter who you've gone up against. I mean, you've taken down 6 ranked opponents, including a #1 for the first time in school history. So what confidence does that give this group knowing that you can essentially play with anybody?
I think it gives our team a lot of confidence knowing that we can go up against those hard teams, and that, even when we're preparing, we don't doubt ourselves, and we know that we can accomplish good things. I mean, especially beating #1 ranked Murphy.
Yep.
That was a very big high point in our season and gave us a lot of confidence moving forward. So we know our potential and how hard we can play, so we just have to execute it in every game.
Yeah, and it takes away that factor when you go up against a tough opponent that may be ranked and have a lot of hype around them, knowing, hey, we've been here before, we know we can compete, so you don't have to have that added nervousness or intimidation factor, sort of. So you probably still be nervous for it, So Allie, for you, this team made a great run in the region tournament, a great win over another ranked opponent in #7 George Walton, and then of course facing in one poll #1 ranked Athens Academy, that they were incredibly gifted as well, and you guys played pretty well, but region runner-up finish there. Talk about how that went in terms of the region tournament and how successful you feel like the team was.
Yeah, so I think that we were all really hoping to be first in region. I know that we were all disappointed after the game was over. We could have played better, but I definitely think that we all stuck together as a team. We didn't all get in our heads as much. We have been working on that a lot this season to make sure that we don't stay in our heads and we don't take our anger out on the ball and do stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that was a big aspect of it that helped. But I know that a lot of us were sad that we didn't get first, but I know that we did do really good against Athens Academy because they are a very good team.
Oh yeah, and you left it all on the floor, so you all played. I mean, you played very well. So, and on that note, you talk about the disappointment that comes with that. Everyone, not many people want to the goal isn't to finish second, right?
Yeah.
So how quickly do you put that behind you, Sarah, as a team, and kind of get geared up and excited for the first round of state?
So I know for myself, after a loss, I'm disappointed, but I try not to dwell on that because we can't change what happens in the past. We have to move forward. We still have games. The next game that we have is the first round of state, and that's a big game. If we lose, we're done. The season's over, and nobody wants that.
No.
So, especially for Athens Academy, it was very disappointing. I was upset, but after that night, I slept on it, and the next morning woke up ready for first round of state. So.
And you mentioned that y'all mentioned that kind of the goal every year now is to, because of the pressure that's been applied, the foundation, the expectation is to win and get to state. So does that work into the goals that you set out for at the beginning of the year, is to get back there to state, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because we try to make it one step further.
Right.
So this year we really wanted to be first in region. That was one of our really big goals this year. Was first in region, and we didn't accomplish that. So yeah, it's disappointing. But next is we want to make it to the Elite 8.
Right.
So we went to the Sweet 16 last year, so Elite 8's the goal this year.
Yeah, and that would be a first in program history as well. So talking about first and setting records and those kinds of things, both of you have done your fair share of that this year. So Allie, for you, it's been awesome to see you blow away all the past records in terms of assists. So you have the single match record, single season record, and you just keep adding to it with each match. And you now sit just second, and you're very, 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 very close to being the all-time leader at TFS in assists. What does that feel like to be able to accomplish that?
When I first found out that I had beat the single game assist record, that was the first record that I had beaten, I think, it was very surprising. I had no idea it was that close, or I had the talent, I guess, to do that. And then once I kept beating records, I think it actually boosted my confidence in my setting ability in games and helped me know that I could push myself even harder to beat those records and to make it harder for anyone else to beat them.
Yeah, I mean, you're putting it pretty far out of reach at this point.
I'm really trying.
But, you know, I mean, the good thing is records are made to be broken. So one day, somebody, hopefully TFS will have someone that surpasses that.
Yes.
Maybe it'll stand for a while, so that'd be cool to see your name up there. So, Sarah, for you, you're still chasing the all-time kills mark and several other categories that you're more than likely going to be. Being that you're just a junior, you've had the opportunity to play 3 whole years at this point. You should be at the top of many of those leaderboards. But you this season hit the kills record for, or the record for kills in a match. Single season, you're up there as well. Over 500, 600 actually for your career. What's it feel like for you being able to kind of chase these records as well and top some of them?
I think it gives me a lot of motivation. You know, like I have somewhere to reach for.
Yeah.
Like it gives me a lot more motivation in games, and you know, trying to get that many more. And it also helps the team. When I want to do good for myself, I'm also helping the team.
Yeah.
So it feels really good to be able to set records here, but I definitely wouldn't be able to do it without the team. You know,
Right.
we have to have a pass, and you know, Allie sets.
Yeah.
She's gotten me to this point. I have to have a set to hit the ball.
She's pretty good. So.
Yeah. So it means a lot, but I definitely couldn't do it without any other team. So.
So talk to me about both of you. Kind of talk on the camaraderie on this team, because it's fun every single point. How in volleyball everyone celebrates together, right? Even if you don't get the point, you still come together. Talk about what that camaraderie is like this year on the team.
Yeah, so we try to make it a point, even after if we lose the point or win the point, we come together and make sure that everybody's okay and make sure that they have their heads up. And so we just try to keep everybody at a higher point in the game so they don't get in their heads and make dumb mistakes.
Yeah, so it's safe to say this team's pretty close there,
yes,
right?
We are all very close.
Chemistry seems to be a factor in how well y'all play.
Yes,
so Sarah, what can you say on behalf of, like, you guys have these theme nights, and it seems like the team, not only does the crowd come and, you know, be part of the theme nights, whether it's, you know, a lot of schools have Hawaiian night or whatever it is, you know, Jersey night, and then you guys get involved too. What's that been like?
So we don't want like the crowd to come watch us perform. Like we don't want to be out on the stage. We kind of want to be involved with them.
Yeah.
And you know, boost their excitement and be excited with them. And so yeah, we just have a lot of fun. You know, also dressing up for the theme nights and being included on all the fun that they have. So.
Well, and I wish we had video of this, but we don't. But I noticed that part of your pregame thing that y'all do, it's something like you're up on the top track, you're going around, and then you take turns or something, and you dive and slide under everybody's legs or something. What is that about?
So that actually started by, I don't remember who first started doing it, but we just thought it would be a fun idea to see who could slide the furthest.
Okay.
And it pumps us up.
It does pump us up.
It gets us ready before a game. You know, everyone's excited, everyone's in good spirits. So, yeah, it gets us all pumped up, and everyone's laughing. And
Yeah.
So, big question: who is the record holder or whatever? For the
Definitely Chloe.
Definitely Chloe Kawhi.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, last question for both of you, Allie. At this point, being a senior, you know, you still have time left here at TFS, but you always know that it's not too far out on the horizon. But what are your plans for after life at TFS?
So after TFS, volleyball, and academics, I actually don't plan on playing in college. But for academic-wise, I plan on going into nursing. And right now, the top schools that I would love to go to are Georgia Southwestern, Augusta, and Valdosta probably.
Okay.
So I love the communities there, and the people where they were very nice when I went towards. So I'd love to go and experience that.
Awesome. Well, I know you'll be successful in whatever you do. But so Sarah, you get to close it out. What are your goals to kind of close out this season and also for the future for your last year coming up? I know that's kind of hard to look at this point because you're still in the midst of your junior year.
So as I talked about a little bit earlier, like every year we try to beat where we went to last year.
Mm-hmm.
So of course the goal this year is to get to Elite Eight, but we're taking it one game at a time and preparing for, each team that we're going to come across. So, I feel really confident about the game that we have tomorrow. We've prepared a lot for it,
Mm-hmm.
And we've changed some defense to make us that much stronger. And so hopefully we can get there. And next season, I feel like, we can go after region title again,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe be the first team in Tallulah Falls history to accomplish that.
Yeah.
And also going to state.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big goal.
Yeah.
So, after that, I'm not really sure.
We'll take it one match at a
Yeah.
time, like you were saying. So, all right, well, girls, congrats on an incredible season so far, and can't wait to see how the rest of it plays out. Thank you.
Thank you.